So this particular one in Cyprus, it ended up being more in depth and taking longer than you anticipated. And I guess that's a sign of engagement or the mastermind. It takes
Well,
as long as it takes, right?
not so much that it took longer than we anticipated. It's very unusual, from my experience, to do an end of campaign after action review. Absolutely best practice, in my opinion. But my God, there's a lot to talk about between the planning phase, setting up in two different countries in this case, because they were in Egypt for one well and Cyprus for two wells. All the contracting was, let's say, fairly complicated. And then we had the operational after action review, what happened on the wells, and then what would we do differently next time in terms of the territories. We tried to cover a lot. I mean, there was a lot of objectives. The idea was that this would help feed into like an instruction book for anybody who wants to set up in a new territory. Here are some of the roadblocks that the team found. Here's how they overcame them. Here's stuff that they will never, ever let happen again. And, the feature really of this campaign was how little time they had to plan these wells. And they managed, and they came in under budget and ahead of AFE, and it had absolutely stunning performance. That's ignoring the fact that they had two discoveries as well. So hard to picture a more successful campaign, but still the senior drilling engineer that we sort of picked up, he got it rolling. He called us and we picked up on his coattails. He was brilliant, convinced everybody on the team that they should be doing this. We got people not just locally in Cyprus, because there were still a few people left there. This was people who'd left the rig or had finished their rotation in the office and should have been going home, spent an extra week in Cyprus. We got people flying in from the UK, from Europe, and from Houston just for the 4 or 5 days. And it was to get everybody together like that. Remember, I said you need somebody to drive the process. It had taken a lot of time and energy and goodwill to get everybody together. But at the end, everybody, I think, agreed that it was absolutely worth the effort.